Iowa's Democratic candidates for the U.S. Senate faced off on health care, the economy, and immigration during a debate this evening.
The state representative Josh Turek and state senator Zach Wahls are running to fill U.S. Senator Joni Ernst's seat. She is not running for re-election. KCCI's Abigail Curtin listened to the debate to learn about the candidates' priorities. Abigail.
Yeah, Ben and Stacey, what's interesting about these candidates is that as Democrats, they agree on a lot of big picture topics like the economy and health care. Both Turek and Wahls want to raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour. They both want to offer a universal public health insurance option to reverse cuts to Medicaid and Medicare under Trump's big, beautiful bill. But when it comes to immigration reform, that's where their track records differ. Wahls questioned Turek on his decision to vote yes on a bill in 2024 that would allow Iowa law enforcement to charge people with a misdemeanor if they're in the country after being denied admission or were deported.
Representative Turek was one of only 3 Democrats to vote with Republicans on passing that bill into law. I think that was the wrong vote. I think it was something that is not supported by law enforcement, that wasn't supported by immigrants' rights groups, and it's something that unfortunately made Iowans not more safe, but less safe.
The ACLU of Iowa said it would put people who were previously deported but now in the country legally at risk. However, Turek argued the circumstances under which he voted yes matter. The vote happened under the Biden administration, and he says it only applied to people who were already deported after illegally entering the country.
We absolutely need fundamental reforms to ICE as the ones that I spoke about, because what we are seeing right now is inhumane and it is un-American. But 2, we can also recognize that these aren't mutually exclusive ideas, that we need to have safe and secure borders, but we also need to have a far easier pathway to citizenship.
The debate extended far beyond immigration. Both want to see minimum wage raised to $15 an hour, and they want to require term limits for members of Congress. They also want to reverse many of the cuts made to Medicare under the Trump administration and offer a universal public health care option. The Democratic voters will decide who to put on the ballot as the primary candidate in June. There are also 2 candidates in the Republican primary for the U.S. Senate seat, Jim Carlin and Ashley Hinson. Ben and Stacey.
Abigail, thank you.